Alrighty, hello and welcome. Today is August 22nd. Pretty sure it's the 22nd of 2022. We are going to be talking about quite a few topics today. I do have Penelope here with me. I'm going to turn the camera so that you can see her. We are on the rocking chair and she is like asleep, sort of. I don't know, it's so hard to tell. So one of the things that popped up today was that I had somebody ask me about TikTok and what TikTok support is and like how to use TikTok, and she knows a bunch of people who are, in their 50s and their 40s and 50s, and they really don't pay attention to the platform. Hello, mama. And they have businesses and they create content, and they aren't sure, they don't know how to use the platform, they aren't sure if they want to even use the platform. So I really want to dive into this today because I feel like there's a lot of unnecessary information out there as to like, oh, you need to be on every single platform, you need to be omnipresent in order for you to create content effectively or to run your business effectively, and that's just purely not true. Really what I think it comes down to is your energy. If you find a platform that you really truly enjoy, then use that platform. I know for myself that it is this platform because it's much easier for me to be on video and to talk than it is to write a caption and put up a post, then edit the post with I don't know how many filters on the picture because it needs to look picturesque, or else nobody's gonna, pay attention to it. It's just that Instagram just is not my vibe. Like, it's just, it doesn't work for me. And what you really want to consider is what it is that works for you. You have to consider what it is that works for you, because that's going to be what's best for you ultimately at the end of the day. So if you are somebody who knows like, oh yeah, I'm good at like editing pictures, I'm good at writing captions, let me know down below. If you're somebody who's like, no, I want to show up on video, or I know that I'm much better at talking than I am at writing, then let me know down in the comments. This is going to be something that we're going to talk about today because, come on, let me see. All right, you want your hands in your mouth? Fine. This is going to be something that we're going to talk about today because sometimes you have a different way of expressing yourself and communicating that other people don't necessarily have. So let me know down below what your method of your preferred method of communication is. If it's writing, drop it down in the comments. If it's speaking, drop it down in the comments. I consider video like this like speaking, because I'm still like speaking to you, my audience. So that is something you want to consider when we get onto this platform. As far as people who are in their like older years who don't necessarily want to use a platform, I mean, like, of course it's going to be on you, like, that's your decision 100 million percent, just like it is when you show up, written content or verbal content. But one thing in terms of this platform to consider is that if you are a content creator, if you are a business owner, there's so many active users on this platform. And if you don't use this platform, then you cut out all of those potential users. Not only that, but the way that this platform works is that you are constantly being put in front of new people every time you release a video. So while it's kind of two-pronged, like, you're not getting in front of the people who are following you as much, they are including fixes on that in the platform when you get onto TikTok, because they have the following tab, and now even at the bottom of the page they have the friends tab. So when you see your friends tab, you can see the people who it is that you follow, okay? But the idea is that when you release a video, you want for it to go out to new audiences. You want to be discoverable, and that's what this app provides. It's not like Instagram, where it's mainly just your community of people who are following you. So if you've noticed that, you're doing better on TikTok than you are on Instagram in terms of growth, in terms of community, in terms of no matter like analytics, anything, let me know down in the comments what part of TikTok have you noticed has been really amazing for you. Is it your analytics? Is it your comment section? Is it your saves? Is it your following? Let me know down below. And of course, as somebody who again prefers this platform, I'm always going to give you my opinion on if you are older and you are in business, you should absolutely be utilizing this platform. My parents are on TikTok all the time. Like they're watching TikToks all the time. And of course, I mean, I'm 28, so my parents are well into their 50s. So, and you know, my Tommy's parents are even in his 60s. So you and they're on TikTok too. So you want to consider that if you are using the platform at that age, then you can also take advantage of the platform at that age. Something to consider. I read the comments in TikTok. That's awesome. You can read the comments on TikTok. That's fine. If that's what you want to do on the platform. It's all based on what your intention is for what you want to do on the platform. If you intend on creating content because you want to generate revenue or because you want to be in brand partnerships with other people, then you need to make that intention very clear when you're creating your content or when you're approaching brands or when you're, asking other users for content. You need to make that intention clear. Because if you read the comments on TikTok, then that's what you're here to do, right? It's neither here nor there, but your intention is going to be different from somebody like, let's say, Molly's, right? I've written some, hold on, let me scroll all the way up to the top. I like making videos and characters. Okay, so if you like making videos and characters, then a suggestion would be to implement character stories with your mermaid content. So like, I don't know, I'm just going to use The Little Mermaid for an example because it's the first thing I think of right now. Like, I would have somebody play Sebastian and I would have somebody play Ariel, and you could do a skit on Calvin Klein's scales, right? Like how Sebastian says, like, oh, you look so nice today, and Ariel's like, oh, it's Calvin Klein, or whatever. Like, take what you like, take what you enjoy, and implement it in your content. Like, tell a story with that. And with those kinds of characters, of course you could tell a story, right? So you could turn it into a video with characters, just like all of the things together. I've written some short stories, not published, obviously. Well, if you've written short stories and they're not published, maybe that's because you enjoy writing, and of course, like, tell me if I'm wrong, but if I had to take a guess, you enjoy writing, but it's like you're not confident, or you're not as confident, or like not as, like, it's not as brave. You're not as brave to put that type of content out there because it doesn't resonate with other people like your videos or your characters resonate. So, sorry, I'm getting a text message. So consider that as well, like, you might, I'm the same way, right? Like, I've always wanted to write. I've always wanted to write a book. I've always wanted to write a blog. I've always wanted to contribute to even like medium.com, but my written content just doesn't resonate with people like my verbal content does, for whatever reason, right? But that's why I'm here. That's why I show up on a live, because that is the content that resonates. Another thing for you to consider is what kind of content resonates with other people that you create. I know that it's video content for me. I know that it is. But I also know that there are people out there who write really well and who create comments or captions really, really well, and they do really, really well on Instagram. So it's all based on what you enjoy, what you're really good at, and what your intention is. So keep those things at the top of your mind, all right? I make a lot of comments too. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were Greg. I don't know that you're Greg, but if I had to take a stab, I'd say that you are. um, just because I feel like that's what he would say. So don't be afraid to try other things in terms of showing up on this platform. Another thing that came up even today is the searchability of TikTok. I don't know how many of you know this, but TikTok is becoming more and more searchable. It's almost like a YouTube or a Google, where if you type something into the search bar or the discover bar or the magnifying glass at the top, then you will literally, like, TikTok will literally, like, send, I don't know if it's the same kind as Google, where it has the little, like, spiders that crawl through pages to look for that specific keyword, but you will get videos and hashtags that use that keyword. And I did hear something months and months and months ago, that depending on the words that you can even say in your TikTok, so like, literally right now, if I were talking about, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like a keyword, Pilates. Let's just say I was creating a video about Pilates, right? If I said something about Pilates in the first 3 seconds, then even my voice is going to be tagged as something that will be searchable because I said the word Pilates. So if you type into LMAO Pilates all over my For You page, I literally just pulled that out of the air. That's really funny. But if you just type into the search bar Pilates, people who have Pilates, literally that keyword, in their titles, in their first 3 seconds of their video, in their captions, in their hashtags, as something they say out loud, in their bio, like in their page, it will pull all of those things. It'll pull Pilates from all of those things. It's kind of like Google, but kind of not, the way that I understand it. So the platform, what I'm trying to get at is that TikTok is very searchable, whereas Instagram is not very searchable, to my knowledge. It is basically more or less where content will go to die, in my opinion. Like, pure opinion there, that is obviously not always fact. If you are an Instagram growth expert, by all means, let me know how wrong I might be. But when I think of highly searchable platforms, TikTok, YouTube, Google, those are highly, highly searchable platforms. And it comes down to how they have their search algorithm working. So again, this makes you that much more searchable when you use the right keywords, when you use the right hashtags. There's a lot of other, I don't know that controversy is the right word, but strategies in terms of like hashtags, or, you know, like what size hashtags to use, but like, it really all comes down to your video. If your video is not good at getting people's attention, if your video is not efficient at getting them to take an action, whether it's a save, whether it's a share, whether it's a comment, whether it's a like, then your video is not going to go anyplace. That's not how the algorithm works. The way that the algorithm works is that they show it to a set of people. If the set of people like it, comment, save, or share, specifically, I think 80% likes or something like that. I want to say her name is Felicia for the Win. That's her handle. She breaks it down, how she ran the math on her TikToks and like what made them go viral, like what ratios made them go viral. So think about those things. Not all the time, but in terms of if you're looking for performance, that's, something that you want to consider. I agree with that Instagram opinion. Okay, so I'm not the only one who's experiencing that with Instagram. Instagram, I mean, hashtags are so filled with content because the app has been in existence for so long. Not only that, but that platform is going through so many changes because it can't keep up with TikTok, and so many users are getting off of that platform for TikTok because of the opportunity that TikTok provides. That, yeah, it's crickets over there. And it's been, as much as I would love to grow my Instagram, it's just not worth it, in my opinion. As much as I would love for my business to explode and boom on Instagram, it's just not worth my energy. And it comes down to your energy. Where are you showing up most energetically true to who you are? I know it's an easy TikTok, hands down, without a doubt. It's not even a question. But if I have to go onto Canva and create a graphic and I have to hype it up with words that I don't even know that I believe, how is that contributing to me genuinely showing up in my energy? It's not. Random question. Seeing videos saying TikTok will post our drafts on the 26th or 27th. Would this happen? Molly, do you mean randomly post your drafts? Specifically on those days? I don't know that that's real. Dr. Arvella, great day. Yes, it is. It finally rained here for the first time in weeks, so I am over the moon. Yep, I agree, and I don't even take the TikTok logo anymore when I repurpose. I'm not sure what you mean. I guess it's a conspiracy about them just posting all for some reason. Yeah, I haven't heard anything about that. I don't know why TikTok would randomly post in everybody's drafts, but if they do, I have some pretty excuse me, I'm sorry, I had a burp. I have some pretty spicy drafts that are going to be posted if they do that. So it might be good. I don't know. Maybe I should post them. It's a lot of calling out type of content, which you absolutely want to do. You want to call people out because then they feel put on the spot. One thing that I would highly recommend, I have not said this in any video yet, I'll probably make a quick TikTok about it. The very first thing that I learned about video is that you want to say you, singular, not hey you guys or hey everyone or hello my people. No, I am talking to you. Even though there are 5 people on this live, I am talking to you. One person. Don't, sorry, words. I need to watch my words. When you show up as if you are speaking to one person. It's more personable. It makes you and the person on the other side of the camera seem as though you are having your own personal conversation. It's much more intimate than if you say, hey, you guys. No. It is raining here. Thank God. I'm really hoping it starts raining again. It's very gray outside. We just got home from a walk, a really long walk. So I'm hoping that it's going to start raining again because it's pitch black outside. I got cringe content for sure. Cringe content could work in your favor. I actually have a video saved in my drafts, which if that conspiracy is true, it will be published. Then you'll see the one video that I have on rants. There's a method that you can use on TikTok where you create a rant video and you publish your rant, and people basically more or less add their 2 cents. They like it, they share it. And the more, of course, this goes the same for lives than, as content. The more shares that you can get, the better you are going to be, the better off you're going to be. If you can get your people to share your content, if you can get your people to refer it or to save it, what you are doing is you're signaling that you're creating valuable content because people are saving it and because they are sharing it with other people en masse. So the more shareable the content, then the better off the content is. Now, for example, I share a lot of videos with a lot of the viewers on this particular live. I know I do. But if you are on a live, always encourage sharing the live. I would love it if you shared this live. I would love it if you shared the message that I go live every day. Right? Like, even just saying it, even just getting somebody to press a button is huge. The more people who you can get to share your stuff, the more your stuff travels around. That's how you create impact, because you're traveling to new people. You're traveling to new screens. Thoughts on deja vu? It's real. It's really real. Deja vu, most frequently for me, happens when I have a dream and then it happens in real life. I don't know how big you guys are into like the multiverse or like Marvel and the multiverse. I don't know if you're into Marvel at all, but like multiverse wise, when you have a dream, you are connecting to a parallel universe, a parallel dimension where that reality exists. I just had it listening to you. I have dreams like that too. Yes. Okay. So I had a really strange dream the other night where like Homer Simpson was a fridge, and apparently there was vodka in that Homer Simpson fridge. We're not going to get into it, but the point is that when you have these dreams, you are connecting with a version of yourself where that is your reality. So technically, the visions or the dreams that you have where you are like wildly wealthy, or that you see this Homer Simpson fridge that's filled with vodka, or I don't know, I'm trying to think of another dream I've had recently. I did have one dream about this one, which was really strange because then 2 weeks later the test was positive. So that was really strange. But like even dreams about like certain events happening in certain places or visiting certain places, right? Like they've actually happened. It's because it's like the multiverse. So if you have a dream, and like I'm not talking about like, oh yeah, like I have a dream to become a content creator, like not the abstract dream. I'm talking about actual dreams that you dream at night in your sleep. If you have those dreams, those are actually, you are connecting with a parallel version of yourself in a different universe. And basically what you could do, I'm not sure of the physics around this, but you could probably quantum leap or quantum jump, some people call it, from this dimension into that one. I'm not sure if you know what quantum jumping is or quantum leaping is. Let me know down in the comments if you have heard about it before. But more or less what you could do is you could literally go from this moment in time in this universe to a completely like different one that you've had these dreams and these visions about. What is quantum leaping? So it's basically jumping timelines. Just to give you a really short explanation, it's jumping timelines. So, okay. I want to ask you if you have ever seen the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness movie. Oh my gosh, Aubriana's on my live. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm getting major like celebrity vibes right now. This is huge. Oh my gosh. Hello, Aubriana. Okay. No, you haven't seen Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Yes, Molly has and Aubriana has. Okay. All right. I'll do the best that I can to explain this in non-Doctor Strange terms, but if you get the chance, then I would love if you could watch that movie so that you can understand a little bit more of what I'm trying to explain to you. So basically, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is all about the Marvel superhero Doctor Strange. And you start out where Doctor Strange is in this one dimension and he's running from this huge monster. And what happens is they jump from that current moment to a different universe altogether. So they're running from this monster, and then all of a sudden, this portal opens up and they jump into like the reality that you and I are experiencing right now. Okay? So when they jump into this reality, then it's like a whole new set of experiences open up. So Doctor Strange is how do I explain this? So it's like he is still Doctor Strange, but he's a little bit different from that one original scene to the other where they jump through the portal. Okay? He is like a different person. So when my understanding of quantum leaping is you become a different person when you quantum leap. So you literally would be entering this portal into a new dimension. Like you are literally entering a portal to get to your new reality, to get to this higher version of your reality. That is the best way that I can explain it. I highly recommend that you watch the movie. I also love Doctor Strange. Yes, okay. Major celebrity vibes. I like, seriously, Aubriana. Like, I cannot stop binging your content. Just saying. Okay, so back to this whole TikTok thing. Oh, sorry, we weren't at TikTok. We were at Deja Vu. Yes, I do believe in deja vu. It has happened plenty of times before. I know that there is a reality where all of my wildest dreams come true. I am literally like 3 not giving a fucks away from it. But it's really hard. I have a really hard time not giving a fuck. I wish I could do it more. Oh, thank you. Back at you. Oh, cute. So, my question for you, if you're looking to have you ever or are you interested in quantum leaping? Let me know down in the comments. Also, love watching the support. Yeah, me too. Let me just finish my spiel on TikTok because I still see the notifications like sliding through. I love working on the quantum energy. I like the quantum period. I am fascinated by it and I want to like open up that realm in my content, but like here I am and I still find myself talking about social media and content far more frequently than I talk about. But you know, it's funny because I get these questions on my lives about like deja vu and about quantum leaping. Like, you know what I mean? Because like I'll get the questions about these things, but then I'll get questions, I don't know. It's a whole thing. I have this head, this brain where I kind of like am a little bouncy between topics, so I think that doesn't really help things. But maybe I'm ADHD or something. I don't know. We'll find out one day, I'm sure. I need to collect myself. What happens is my brain goes much faster than my mouth sometimes, and it gets so exciting that I'm like, blah, 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 and then I lose all coherency. It's okay. You're okay. It might be a little warm. Here, I'll take this off of you. She's sweaty. Or I'm sweaty. Could be a combination. I have that same thing happen. Okay, so it's not just me. Okay, cool. Back to the TikTok thing really quick. I covered the shares and the saves. You absolutely want to create the shares and the saves types of content because that is valuable content and it's like basically like referring. You're referring other people to this kind of content. We're all sweaty. Yeah. Yes, we are. We're all sweaty. That is true. I talked about that. I talked about utilizing this platform. One other thing that you can consider as well is that you don't have to recreate the wheel okay? You don't have to be omnipresent all the time. You can literally take this, like literally what happens when I click the end now button is it'll take me to a screen, and if you scroll down to the end of the screen, it'll say replay, and you click the replay button and you download it to your phone. So long as you had really good Wi-Fi, then you are going to be able to get the replay on your phone. And then what you could do, and it's totally up to you, or if you want to outsource this to somebody who is a really good video editor, then you can get them to cut the clips so that you can create a very good short video, or you can take it and upload it to YouTube. I literally do this all the time. If you haven't watched any of my live streams yet, then you can absolutely go do so on my YouTube. My point being, you don't need to recreate the wheel, right? Like, you can still show up every place if that is your intention, if that's your goal, by utilizing one really long form type of content. For a lot of people who are writers, that long form written type of content would probably best be a blog. If you have a website and you write a blog post, take the blog, cut it into like 5 chunks, and then do a video on each chunk, or you release each chunk as a Instagram post. Reuse it. You want to reuse it because then it would be a lot easier on yourself to put stuff out there. Now, I was on a roll and then I lost the thing that I just recently thought of. I was talking about repurposing content. I was thinking about formatting. I was thinking about YouTubing. One thing that I did get tagged in when I released a video about starting this live challenge is that if you don't have an offer, then how are you going to push people anyplace? That is 1,000,000% true. If you are looking to monetize, if you are looking to get money off of your content, if you're looking to work with people, then you have to tell them what's available to work with you on, or to generate money from, like, based on whatever. Let's just say you're a Calvin Klein person, right? And Calvin Klein gives you, a list of these many bullets that you need to create a content that includes this, 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 and this, right? Like, so long as you follow what it is that they're asking of you, then you're probably going to make the money for it, right? If you're a business owner, if you're a coach, you need to be able to say, oh yeah, this is what I have available for you. You can check it out by sending me a message or going to the link in my bio, right? Like, yes, of course. Of course you need to have something lined up. Take the time to line it up. Make it easy for the person. When you make it easy for the person on the other side of the camera, then they're going to probably, if they're interested, do it. You don't want to, I never, ever, ever, monetizing TikTok is literally fire. I know. Okay, Aubriana, I'm going to tell you this. Actually, I'm going to tell this to everybody on this live. When I was on that manifestation profile, the Grabavoy code profile, and if you want to check it out, I'll drop it down here. I'll put it in the comments. It's at Fallon Carey. So that is the profile that I went like super viral, like uber viral on. I got a bunch of questions on how do I use the Grabavoy codes. And what I did when people put this question in the comment section of my videos was I literally took the exact method that I was using in my journal and I created a 2-page downloadable PDF. And if people wanted to use my method, then they could download for $5 this particular 2-page download, and they could use the code TikTok to get 50% off. And I didn't release the video on this page of how much money that I made. It was like a little over $3,000. But if you, like, off of a $2 product, how many people is that? It's like over 1,500 people who bought a 2-page downloadable PDF. So, like, really, it is fire. This platform is so bountiful and plentiful. Like, so long as you know how to A, create something that is something that you can monetize, B, tell people about it and tell them where they can go and get it, and C, give them an incentive, in my opinion. This is, obviously I was like, oh, you can use the code TikTok to get 50% off. And so, like, I had 1,500 people go buy a 2-page downloadable PDF. Like, they wanted to know my method. I gave them my method. I said, you could use this. And that was literally, I got $3,000 from it. Oh boy. I love using codes. I have some sales codes if you want. I love sales codes. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Okay. Love the yeses. Hello, hello, hello. For those of you just joining in, I'm having a really good time on this live. I really, you know what I really want to do? I really want to like learn how to be like intuitive more. I don't know how to do it, but I know that it's there because I'll get so worked up about something. Like, okay, somebody said that TikTok is just another platform. I'm like, no, TikTok is not just another platform. TikTok is a future thinking, forward thinking platform. If you think about generations, the younger generation is using this platform, which means that the older platforms are going to phase out. They're going to, because the kids are not using them. And technically, even though nobody wants to pay attention to it, the younger generations are the forward-thinking generations. Wherever they go is wherever the world is going. So when you implement that, then, like, of course, you're going to see the reward. You're going to reap the reward. So it's not just another thing. And I think there's a lot of energy around that. See, like, this is a whole TikTok video. There's a lot of energy around that. It's, like, very heavy energy. Of course it's going to be another thing because that's how you're approaching it. And this made me think today, and I have to say it out loud because now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I just have to say it before I lose it. It makes me think of when people say, oh, it's going to be awkward. Well, no, it's not going to be awkward. But now it's going to be awkward because you're going to make it awkward because you said it was going to be awkward. It's all about what you're bringing into it. Yes, it is. I can help you there. Some of my oldest clients come from TikTok. Okay. How? How? Like, just... Bleh. My mind... I'm gonna show you what's going on in my head right now. This is what's going on in my head right now. Oh, are you okay? You're okay. She's spinning out her binky. This is what my head looks like right now. I can sell products on TikTok very, very easily. Very, very easily. I had a when I first started my business, I released a product. It was called the Ninja Notebook. The Ninja Notebook was massive, like huge. And do you want this? Not interested. Okay, I can take it. I can take it. Let's get this little fuzzy off of your head. I had this product called the Ninja Notebook, and it was massive on TikTok. And I sold out twice on this platform and then twice on Instagram. So it really, like, it's huge. It was huge for me for products, but then when I switched over to services, I think I was doing this weird thing because my coach at the time was like, I don't know what you do. Like, I don't know what it is that you do. I don't know if you do video. I don't know if you do marketing. I don't know if you do content. I was like, all of those things play into each other. So, like, why can't they all be the same thing? But then she's like, I don't know if you do notebooks. I'm like, well, I use a notebook to write down all of my ideas and to write down all of my content ideas and to write down, like, all of what my notes are, right, on marketing or what I'm learning about for business. And so I'm like, how come I can't just do all of them together? And she's just like, no, you need to pick one. I was like, what the fuck? Truth be told, I don't have that coach anymore. So that is why when I switched from selling products to selling services, it was a lot more difficult because I easily could show up and, like, sell a product, but then when it came to selling a service last year, I was like, okay, you know what? We're just not even gonna, I was like, we're not going to touch this with a 10-foot pole. We're just going to leave it. It's going to be what it is. I restarted my TikTok page because she was like, oh, well, I don't know what you talk about. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to make a TikTok all about, like, content and marketing and growing on TikTok. And then here we are now, and let's just say if you go back all the way back to the beginning of my page, I am a very different person now than I was at the beginning of this TikTok page. So I would encourage you to check it out. There's a huge difference between who I was when I showed up in those videos and who I am when I show up now. And that is a huge thing to say about your authenticity and like showing up in your true self on video. Like when you show up in your energy, then that's what really resonates with people. It doesn't really matter if it's like, this is the best way to grow on TikTok. Like, fuck that. Intuition starts with self-trust. LMAO. I don't know what I said that was funny, but I'm glad you're laughing. Trusting the inspired flow. Well, I got a lot of that. So, now that I know, I know. Absorbing the wisdom from others to instill in myself. Molly, I don't remember. Okay, this is how I know it was flow, because I don't remember what it was that I said. So, whatever it was that I said that allowed you to say that, let me know. Nice positivity. Keep it going. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. You're growing. I wish I could get in camera. My husband and kids say I can't because I'm embarrassing. LOL. I'm embarrassing every day. Do you know how many times I look at myself and I'm like, why would I ever do that? Like, why would I ever release that into the world? And then I do it anyway. It's okay. There's a lot of, I mean, it's only, hold on, my head's getting much further than my mouth is. They call me cringy. Literally, I don't know if you can hear that, but the toilet just flushed upstairs. And we're on a live stream, okay? Just whatever. That's cringy and that's embarrassing, but here I am. My husband and kids say I can't because I'm embarrassing. They call me cringy. To me, that sounds like almost like hater comments. And I don't know if you saw my video on, and I'm not saying that they're haters, obviously, they're your husband and your kids, but if you go back onto my page and you watch my video on my hate comments video, then you'll see that literally people say dumb shit all the time to me. They're like, well, showing up isn't working for you, is it? Or somebody made a comment about, like, when we had the gender reveal for Penelope, they're like, gender reveal parties are like cutting your poop open with a knife on the toilet. I'm like, wow, it sounds like you do that a lot, you know? Like, of course that's an embarrassing thing to say to people, but people, like, they're weird. And if people are going to say things that knock you down, then are you going to let them keep you down? I wouldn't let them keep you down. Like, you have something to say. You have something to share. Why not? Somebody's going to find value in it. Somebody's going to find... I mean, think of it this way, okay? I love to see, like, Elise Myers. She is hilarious. She probably was told by people that she's cringy when she shows up and she shares those stories. But, like, she didn't let them stop her. And now, because she has those cringy stories to share, she has like 1.2 million followers. I watched her from the beginning. Okay, so you understand, when you show up in that authentic energy, that cringy energy, people relate to it. And when people relate to it, then that is when you know, okay, even though it's embarrassing and even though it's cringy, other people are resonating with it. That's the most important part, because then what you're doing when you have people who are resonating with your content is you're getting through to them. It's just like I heard somebody tell me about stories, and so I have this one story that I'm going to be releasing on a TikTok pretty soon, and the story is, back in 2019, I had this job and I loved this job. I was not getting paid nearly as much as I should be, but basically I loved everything about it. It was involved in something that I loved. It was a job involving rowing. And in 2020, when we were deep in the pandemic, then what happened was the president and I got on the phone after a bunch of other things that had transpired. And I told him that I had a list of pros and cons. And if you get to a list of pros and cons, in my opinion, like that's it. You're kind of like done. And I went through the list with him, and then more or less what wound up happening was I told him I felt like I didn't have a voice and I didn't have a say in anything that was happening in the club. Like I had this, I wanted to create this impact, and I felt like I couldn't create the impact. And he said to me, well, Fallon, we can't have a head clown running around. And I felt so worthless in that moment that I was like, I can't keep working in this position. And I left. And if you have ever felt like that before, let me know down in the comments. Let me know down in the comments if you've ever felt that kind of like worthlessness before. Because, like, yeah, okay, cringy and embarrassing, I can understand that. But, like, that worthlessness was, that changed my life. Little did I know at the time that it wasn't about me. It was entirely about him. But that feeling, it changed everything from that point forward. If you're not embarrassing them, are you even momming? LOL, that's a great question, Molly. My kids are 10 and 12, they say that. I watched her from the beginning. That was for Elise Myers. I won't lie, I can't wait for my first hate comment. Then I know I'll be winning. Yes, Adrian, when you can get your first hate comment, you are making it in the social media world. Yes, that's so true. I'll just block my kids. Yeah, just block people who you don't want watching you. He was projecting his insecurities. Yes, I have superiors at work that make me feel that way regularly. Okay, so me telling you that story, you just related and connected to me. And when you share those things, whether they're stories, whether they're embarrassing moments, whether they're hilarious moments, people connect to it. I saw a video last night where a mom was holding her daughter, and she thought she was going to get this cute moment where she was holding her daughter, much like how I'm holding Penelope right now. And then all of a sudden, you hear the biggest shart in the world on video from the baby. And I laughed my fucking ass off because this one does the same thing all the time. It was so relatable. That's what people are looking for. They're looking to feel as though what they are experiencing in the world is not the only experience. They don't want to feel alone. People don't like to feel alone. So like they aren't alone. So by sharing those embarrassing things, by sharing those cringy things, by sharing those hilarious things, whatever they are, you are making people feel like they're not alone. Because for whatever reason, I don't know if your mouth should be open this far. Let's lift you up a little bit. You all right? You feel good? Taking a nap? Because for whatever reason, whenever we're born, it's like we're separated from the person who we were just spending all this time with. And then now we are independent and we have to do it all on our own. And we have to do it all by ourselves. But that doesn't mean we are alone. We just aren't within our normal growing boundaries anymore. Oh, look, and she smiled. That was so cute. Oh, Penelope. Okay, this is a really long live stream, but I'm really glad that we covered all of these things because I think that they're really, really valuable. If this is your first, welcome. If you haven't caught any of the ones before this, check out my YouTube. It's Fallon K. Moran. If you love Penelope, let me know down in the comments because I love Penelope right now. She's so cute. Oh, look at her. She's taking a nappy. I'm glad I joined. I'm glad you joined too, Nadia. Oops, sorry. That was a little loud for Penelope. Share. Don't feel confined. Don't feel like you can't share because it's embarrassing and cringy. If anything, that's probably the best type of content because then you're going to attract more people much quicker than educating them would attract them. So adorable. Oh, thanks, Tara. What else do I usually say in my spiel? She's used to your loud having lived in you a while. Oh. You mean like my voice being loud? Yeah. She just needed to hang out with me today. She was being all antsy earlier, and I was like, "What's going on?" And it was just because nobody was. I had her in the chair, and then I put her on the ground because she didn't poop really at all last night. And then I thought, like, oh, we need to get the gas out. And really, she just wanted somebody to hold her. And then all of a sudden, she had poop soup. So it was fine. Anyways, I talked about my YouTube. I don't like talking about my Instagram. If you want to go over my Instagram, I invite you to, but I am rarely ever over on Instagram anymore. I am much more active on TikTok. I was literally crying this morning because I miss my kids being that small. Take lots of videos. Oh, I will. There's a bunch of videos that I have coming out where she is on the ground with me, and I think she looks super cute. Her and you together. Oh. Well, I'm glad that I'm capturing it on video. I actually had somebody ask me a really weird question about whether or not our kids are going to sue us for, like, being in our videos. I was like, well, considering that I am her legal guardian and she's under the age of 18, I think that I am giving consent for her to be in my videos. So she wouldn't be able to sue me until she reaches the age of 18. I don't know that that's true, but that's just how I think about it. My oldest is 12. It's a time, all right. My daughter, and she's maturing too fast. Hey, guys, don't get me too excited for those teenage years. Sounds like I'm going to be having a ton of fun. It's okay. I have her while she's little now. She's my first one, so I don't know. There might be some more little ones in the future. Not in the near future. Mommy's body needs to do a little recovering, if you know what I mean. Girls are awesome, though. I love it. Well, she's definitely a very good baby. She's very, how does Tommy say it? Easy for right now. She only gets up twice in the night, so she does have a very good schedule. I keep getting distracted. I do have a speaking summit series that is coming up, and if you would like to join as a speaker, let me know, because I am looking to get a couple more speakers. I think I only have 2 more slots left for speakers for, it's going to be in the middle of September. So if you're interested in speaking on a topic, let me know, because I would love to have you. And it is completely entirely free. It's going to be a hybrid style event, so it's going to be both on Zoom and in person, because there are people who are coming from my area who are interested in speaking. So if you are interested in speaking, just reach out to me, whether it's here, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on YouTube. Drop me a comment someplace. I would love to have you. Let me know what your topic is. She will stay that way if you let her. Yes, I'd love that. Okay, perfect. So, again, you can speak about whatever topic makes your little heart happy. Just, again, let me know by reaching out and saying, hey, I'm interested in doing this, and connecting with these people. The way that I'm going to have it set up is that there's going to be time to not only listen to other people and speak on your topic, but you'll also be able to, connect with other. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I know. Here. This might help you. No, you don't want it. No, we don't want it. Okay. All right. Please reach out. I am interested. I train many in accounting. I could teach that. Okay, perfect. Are we friends? Now we are. I will reach out after this live. I'm going to tell you right now, my notifications are very, very overwhelming. I've had, I don't know how many thousands of people start to follow me, and I don't know how many hundreds of people comment on my videos, so I'm really trying to sift through everything, but it's taken me some time. I'm an accountant and need training. This is what I'm trying to figure out. What should I do on TikTok? Well, your handle says Nadia the accountant, so you could be an accountant, and you could be the cringy accountant. I think that would be really cool, because then you're going to show a different side of accountants. That accountants aren't just like, I think of an accountant as like in a suit, boring, talking about numbers all day long. But like if you could show up and be like a cringy accountant and not in a suit and like, I don't know, like make it fun, then I'm sure people are going to be like, have you seen that crazy fucking accountant lady on TikTok? You know that that's what's going to happen. Make it interesting, yeah. People at work love me because I make it fun. Then make your TikTok fun. Like, make your TikTok page literally whatever it is that you do at work. I mean, I don't know whether or not you can record at work, but whatever it is that you do that you're like making it fun, then make it fun. Yes, it's a hard topic because it's boring. Well, it's also broing. That is true. There are a lot of men in accounting, I'm sure. Make it your own thing. Like, one of the reasons why Jara Foster Fell made it so far, she was known as Jara Bean before she got married. One of the reasons why she made it so far on TikTok is because she made it her own thing. Like, when you make it your own thing, then so many doors are going to open up for you. Okay, I don't know what any of those things are. GASB and GAP accounting. So, I don't know what any of those things are. Talk about how it's gassy or something. I don't know. Make it your own. Okay, we're 3 minutes from being on here for an hour, which is awesome, but I'm also starving. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Stick around for more. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to reach out. I'm right here. I know that I share a lot of messages with a lot of you, and I know that I share a lot of videos with a lot of you. If you're interested, if you have 1,000 followers, it only works with 1,000 followers. If you're interested in collaborating for a TikTok live, let me know in some way, shape, or form. My next live is going to be tomorrow. I am planning on 3 Eastern, but I would encourage you to turn on your notifications because I don't know with this one being so small and needy. So I would encourage you to turn on your notifications so that you know when I go live next, because it'll literally just like pop right up on your phone. You could do that by going to my page, and then there is like, it's like the bell, like on YouTube. You could turn on the bell and then you get notified when I go live. I don't know what 700 is or 701. I guess it has something to do with contribution accounting. But I'm going to go upstairs with Penelope Pod. She's going to be a Peapod for Halloween. We're so excited. I'm making her a Peapod costume. I'm so excited. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to talk to you all tomorrow. I'm sure there will be another drop down that I have between now and then that I'm going to be like, we need to talk about this because this is coming in real hot, real heavy, real hard. But until then, thank you for tuning in. I love you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Oh, Penelope says bye too. Bye.